It was like a roller coaster. We went up and we went down. But unfortunately, hey, we didn't win.
Oh, what could have been that heartbreaking loss at Arrowhead yesterday has fans and players just really bumming today. Hear how they're reacting to defeat.
And after calling off classes at the end of last week, Park Hill students should be back in class today. What they're asking from parents this morning.
Plus, a high-stakes meeting. The United Nations will be talking Russian troops at Ukraine's borders. We're going to learn where the world stands as officials fear a budding war. Your news at 9 starts now.
KCTV5 News stands for you.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on your Monday morning. Welcome to KCTV5 News at 9 a.m. We're still right there with you, trying to get over yesterday's heartbreaker at Arrowhead. I'm Gina Bullard.
And I'm Joe Chiodo. Not the turnout that we wanted, that is for sure. Much easier to wake up on a victory Monday, but we can be very, very happy about the Chiefs' success and really how they turned it around mid-season. Yeah. So onward and upward, right, Bill? We have other seasons to look ahead to.
That's right, and I think you put it in good perspective there, Joe. As we were talking before we went on the air, you know, we've had two Super Bowls over the last 2 years, 4 consecutive AFC championship appearances. So you take it in a bigger scope, maybe takes a little bit of the edge off, but that one sure stings still a bit from yesterday. But you know what? Today is a new day. We're going to move on. It's going to be a fantastic afternoon for us here in Kansas City. Live look here. Carpet Corner City camera shows blue skies for miles and miles. Here as we look off to the north. Now, maybe a little bit of cloud cover out there that we're picking up from satellite and radar, but no rain or snow expected today. Now, that thing will change as we go through the rest of this week, but maybe some thin clouds out there for some of us. Mostly sunny, 39 right now with a south wind at 10 miles an hour, and that wind is helping transport some heat up towards our area. That's going to help us tack on about another 20 degrees to that number right there. I think we get to the upper 50s, low 60s for a lot of us by 3 o'clock this afternoon with the mix of clouds and sunshine. Get out and enjoy this, because it's short-lived. We have a transition day today where we'll see some showers later tomorrow night turn into some snow, and I think we could see snow for a bulk of the day on Wednesday. That's ahead in my Storm Track 5 full forecast. Joe.
Bill, thank you. And yesterday, of course, the Chiefs getting off to a red-hot start in that first half. Really, it felt like they were going to run away with the game, especially during the first quarter.
For sure. And then in the second half, it was a completely different story. The offense just could not get it going.
So the Chiefs tying it up to make it 24-24 at the end of regulation. They even won the coin toss. Another glimmer of hope in it all. It felt like last week all over again, but they just couldn't close the deal.
Now, we spoke to fans across the metro yesterday, and they were definitely crushed, but they also felt a sense of pride in being fans of this team.
All the fans come out, no matter where they're from, the opposite side of the water. KC, we always embrace our fans, man. You know what? Win, lose, or draw, my team, we never fall, man. You know, we're always proud to be KC.
I'm really sad. I was really looking forward to the Super Bowl. And now nothing.
It was just really heartbreaking, but hey, we gave it our all. Shout out to Joe Burrow. He killed it, but we'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back. This year's AFC title game will go down as a tale of two halves, 27-24, the final in overtime. The Bengals will face off against the LA Rams in Super Bowl 56. An hour after the loss, Patrick Mahomes tweeted this saying, "Love y'all, Chiefs Kingdom. This one hurts, but we will be back. See y'all next year." And we're with you. Chiefs Kingdom, looking forward to that.
I mean, you take away the good things, just like any season. It's definitely disappointing. I mean, here with this group of guys that we have, we expect to be in that game and to win that game. And anything less than that is not success. So we'll go back. We'll look at all the things we did well, the adversity we battled through, the team that we became towards the end of the season, and try to learn from the mistakes that we made and try to be better next year.
Now the Chiefs are looking towards the offseason. There are plenty of big contributors potentially heading for free agency, including Charvarius Ward, Byron Pringle, Orlando Brown, and the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. He was asked if he wants to come back to KC next year.
I mean, I hope so. Ever since I came here, I've just tried to be the right kind of teammate. I've tried to play my part, and obviously, it's always that feeling that, you can make more plays for your team. But I'm hoping it works out. You know, I don't have any control over that. You know, I feel like everything that was in my control, you know, I tried my best to handle it and to do it with a smile. So I love this team. I love this locker room. You know, it's a lot of coaches that I have great relationships with, and so I'm hoping, yeah.
Emotional there from Matthew. And as for the NFC, the Bengals will face the LA Rams in the Super Bowl in just under 2 weeks. The Rams were able to outlast the 49ers, picking up a key interception with just more than a minute left in the game. The Rams will be the second straight team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium after the Buccaneers did it last year. After all this is over, the pain of today, just thinking in a few months, we'll be back at training camp and the Chiefs will have a fire lit under them, I think.
Yeah.
Ready to do it all again.
Well, for people who are going to the Super Bowl, they will be giving out KN95 masks. They have to be worn at all times unless you are eating or drinking.
The NFL also planning to give out 60,000 COVID tests to people at the LA Convention Center, where an interactive football theme park is launching the week before that game.
Now for your COVID headlines. As the pandemic begins a third year, there's growing hope the Omicron surge is stabilizing. Since New Year's, COVID deaths skyrocketed 86%, but new infections and hospitalizations, those are dropping.
And after calling off classes at the end of last week, Park Hill students, they are back in class today. District leaders knew going into last week that they would not have enough staff to hold classes for the full week. That led to them canceling school Thursday and Friday. The Park Hill School District asking parents to step up and apply to become substitutes. Last week, the Park Hill School Board also extending that mask mandate through February 11th.
Mask mandates for students in Kansas City and Lee Summit, they are set to expire Thursday, but it could be extended. Right now, the rules on masking, they vary depending on where you live in the metro. This week, the Core 4 could put together a uniform set of rules. Kansas City, Jackson, Johnson, Wyandotte counties will discuss it tomorrow at their meeting. Mayor Quinton Lucas says he plans to bring up mask mandates and hopes that leaders can find solutions.
I think it is important right now for us to try to get that same consensus as to how can we save lives, how can we lessen the demand on our ICUs and our hospital networks, how can we make sure our schools stay open.
Now, the American Academy of Pediatrics has updated its pandemic guidance, saying that keeping schools open for in-person learning, it should be the priority.
And the AAP urges vaccination, masking, and physical distancing, saying remote learning has worsened educational inequities and a mental health crisis among kids. Right now, it's 9:08. Let's get a check of that Storm Track 5 forecast. Bill Hurrelbrink standing by. One thing to distract us from this kind of underwhelming Monday is that we got to prepare for this snowstorm that's going to hit. How bad do we think this is going to be?
Yeah, there's some pretty impressive snow totals here that we'll get to at the end of the forecast.